Hey guys, how's it going? Octopus here. Welcome back to Union Cross. We're going to be doing the foreteller fights from the Keyblade Part 3, and these fights are ridiculous. I'm going to give you guys some straight advice right now. Every single one of these foretellers do not need to be beaten at this moment. You do not need to pass these quests. You don't need to spend jewels. Don't go to the Moogle shop. Don't go to the banners. Don't try to pull or you spend any kind of jewels for this. If you guys want to, you can spend gems to upgrade your Keyblades, making brooms to make more sub slots, to make your medals into 7 stars. That's totally fine. That's whatever random resources you have. Keyblades last forever, so it doesn't matter if you spend gems on them. That's okay. Jewels for this make no sense at all. Don't do it. It's a permanent quest, just like the Moogle Glory, just like all the old events that used to be super hard and they're still here are now complete jokes. You'll beat this eventually, but I'm going to give you some tips to actually beat this. I'm going to show you the setup I beat it with. I'm going to try to do all 5 foretellers, even though I'm part of Ursus, so that means I don't have to face Acid. I have a way around that because I have friends who have, like Anthony and so on, that have different setups, so I'm going to go with that. But for now, let's talk about Invi. Now, Invi is one of the interesting ones. So I did full clear Invi, as you guys can see here. Invi is pretty much not Invi and Ava are probably the easiest ones. The other 3 are very, very annoying. So Invi is foreteller that overwrites your different strengths. So she got the whole debuffs going on. She inflicts paralysis on the 2nd slot. So no matter what you do, you're going to hit paralysis. So you need a way to get your paralysis up to like 60% or higher to get through this. I'm going to show you guys multiple ways to do this. This is not the Keyblade setup, by the way. This is. She also reflects magic-based damage attacks, which we're going to use to our advantage. And she also gets the counterpoint attack after slot 2, like we talked about. So, my setup, currently, these are the traits I have on my setup. Extra attacks on 3, 4, 5, so on, so on. So if you guys want to pause and look what I have, this is what I have. Negative 60 ground is a must if you guys want to do damage on all the foretellers. Second must, your sub slots and your Keyblade have to be at a certain place. So I got 4.968 on my sleeping line. You have to get around this 7.98 if you don't have a lot of upgrade buffs, strength buffs, so on, so on. So like Kingdom Hearts, Kyrie B, who gives you like 5,000 off for Supernova, is really good. If you have multiple Ultimate Form Swords, it's really good. Gula, Ventus, if you have a way to increase your metal strength or upgrade strength, depending on the Keyblade or reverse, then you don't need this much sub slots happening. You don't have to have that high. But if you're like me and you only have Ultimate Form Sora, then you have to have higher sub slots. Even so, some of the foretellers you do need higher sub slots and lots of metal strength buffing. So let's go into the quest. Let me explain what's going on. That Keyblade setup is pretty straightforward. As you guys can see, slot 1, I have second chance. If you have second chance on your Kyrie and she has extra attack, you actually have a way better setup than I do, and you're going to pass this even quicker. But I just made this. I had to rely on pet combos going off on the right metals for this to happen. So this is like a bare minimum for me. So second chance, no extra attack on that. Just the one. Is there no extra attack on this? Yeah, no extra attack on this. Then we got Kyrie over here. No extra attack. It's got the basic traits, just whatever happened on her. She has a defense boost 5 max, which does not matter. They do a hit on you that only does like so much amount. You don't have to worry about it. 5 max does help though if you are having extra attack in slot 2. That way, defense boost 5 max, you don't have to have over 2,000 HP to survive the hit. Nominee is strictly here with extra attack to copy Ultimate Form Sora, who also has extra attack. So he's going to cast 3,000 upright strength, and she's going to cast 3,000 upright strength. She does no damage at all. So my first 3 slots are dead slots just because my second chance is not on my Kyrie. My Kyrie doesn't have extra attack, so on, so on. It's literally dead slots. So after that, TVA medal, he's got good traits on him. Only missing plus 1,000. You can really bring in anything here. Gula, Lee with negative 60 ground would probably be a better idea than what I'm doing. And that way you can have different setups over here. Marluxia does really good, but this is what I did. Acid in the pet slot, having negative 60 ground, no extra attack, just one big giant hit. And for my friend medal, I'm bringing in Bethany's MVP, Ava. Now, why is Ava so special? It could be any magic medals you guys have, but I don't have a trait of paralysis resist plus 100%. I do have a Sephiroth that had 60%, it had 20%, and that worked out. You guys can deal with the RNG of 60% because one, paralysis is not guaranteed to paralyze you. You'll be paralyzed, but you might not skip a medal. So having 40%, 60%, so sometimes it doesn't affect you, can totally work out. It just takes a lot more resets to happen. But That's key number 1. So I don't have to use a slot for myself. Key number 2, it's got negative 60 ground, which she did get out of the Moogle shop for us for 5,000 jewels in today's stream, which was pretty amazing. And it's got attack boost 11 max, which was really key as well too, so we don't have to deal with a bunch of combo pets. So everything on here, make sure your medals have attack boost 10 max. It's going to make a difference along with those sub-slot multipliers, so on and so on. So let me show you a strategy. Let's go in and let's go over the whole thing. All right, first things first, take it off auto battle. Make sure you're not in auto battle. And the way this is going to work is that she reflects magic. So we're going to use that to our advantage. This worked out way better than trying to beat her in 5 turns. Because in 5 turns, I just didn't have the damage. But that's because I only have Ultimate Form Sora. I don't have any other medals. If I try to do 5 turns, I took away Nominee. And I tried to put an extra attack medal there with more damage. And it worked out a little bit, but not as close as this setup did. So, because we want to use 280% guilt, this medal says right here, attack 280%. We want to activate that first. So I'm going to put this on ×2, just so you guys can see the first turn. After that, we can speed it up. So Ava does reflect, but there's no buffs on us. So we got that 280% in there. We can't use her anyways, so use her before you use any of your buffs. Now you got that out of the way. Use your Supernova Kyrie's activation to get rid of everything. This has overrate, so no matter what, you got all buffs and you have all debuffs in there. And then you can just go through your activation. You don't have to activate anything else because we already activated Ava, so do not touch no foreteller medals or no supernova medals right now. Do not activate nothing because you're going to let this carry over, and then we're going to activate them, the upright buff and metal strength buff. So back to ×2. Basically what's happening here is just copy my Kyrie for the next turns because we're going to need it. She hits us, and this is where she's supposed to paralyze you, but because we have that paralysis resist, we don't have to deal with that. And that works out really nicely. So if you have your own medal, 60% or 40, you can even do it 20%. It's a lot of RNG, but hopefully you guys can just keep resetting the setup. Now, Nominees here, straight up just to copy those forms. We don't lose any strength buffs, by the way, with that counter. That counter strictly just a paralysis. You can see we still have our strength up there. She still has all her debuffs. We're golden. Ultimate Form Sora is now going to be doing 778 million. Keep an eye on this. For his first initial attack and 366 for his extra attack. TVA, 379. You guys don't have to use TVA. Lee copying Ultimate Form Soras. 2 copy of Ultimate Form Soras. All those other speed medals. Just bring whatever best speed medal you guys have. So, there's the damage on there. Autie, even though he's power, he still does a lot of damage. So bringing your foreteller medals, they do a lot of damage, especially Autie. Crazy amount. Gula, even better for this. And now, this is the best part. So she's going to do damage. Ava's going to do damage. 1,710,000,000. We're going to get reflected. We're going to die. And look at the top left corner. We already know this. I've talked to you guys this many, many times. But that 7,000 strength is carrying over every single turn. So now from here, I'm going to put on ×3. And again, do not touch supernovas because we already activated Ava. So you can see right at the bottom right here where it says bonus, bonus. We're getting that 280% guilt still. And on the top left under our HP, we have that upright buff carrying over as well. And Autie has his own power strength buff carrying over, so he's at 16,000. Ava goes again. She does 2.9 billion this time. 2.9 billion this time, where she did 1.7 before. So we're getting even better. And now this is the turn where we're going to let it play through right before the end, before we get killed. I'm going to show you what to do with the supernovas. Excuse me. So you can see Sora's doing 1.7. TVA is going to be doing 920. And we take off auto battle now, just to make sure we don't make a mistake. Activate your last activation. And before you activate your friend medal that's magic, it doesn't have to be Ava. Just this Ava works out really nicely for me. It could be anything else with paralysis resist and negative 60 ground, as long as that magic medal does damage. But my setup has just enough damage to get through this. Now we activate supernovas, because in the top left over there, we have 20,000 upright strength. And all these activations are going to do more damage because of that. Now, if the right combo pets went off, this would have been a full clear, as you guys can see, 106. So let me keep doing this over and over again until I show you the full clear, because combo has to go off on Ultimate Form Sora at least once and TVA at least once, or a mixture of both, and then that's going to be a full clear. But let me do that. There's a second combo pet on the extra attack. There's a third combo pet on the first initial attack of TVA. So there's 3 of them right there. That's looking good so far. We're hitting that turn there. She's below 3 million. That's really good. So here's the last turn. Hopefully combo activates on the right ones. And this is where we're going to stop our activation again. So combo was on the Nominee. No combo here. Combo there. That's good. That's better than nothing. Combo on the TVA. We got this. There we go. Okay. After Autie, take off the auto battle. You can see she's at 1.5. And she's got to hit pretty much 880,000. 880,000 or below, she's dead. So Supernova, 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 because the last turn, we got 24,000 there for Ozid. And now Ava, boom, cleaned up, done and done, guys. And that is how you beat Invi. Invi is probably one of the easier ones. I know it seems like almost impossible, but that 3-turn setup really worked for me. I know you have 5 turns to beat her, but then 5 turns, you got to worry about the buffs, so on, so on. You can see the little cutscene if you want here. I'm impressed, Austin. You did well with this one. And then you get up and you're like, hell yeah. But then the next foreteller comes in, you're like, oh snap. You must make it through this. And then she just limps off. You know, she got her ass kicked. All these little level 1 Keyblades walking around. You're over here with a glowing Keyblade. Yeah, man, Keyblade war. No wonder you're being picked on. Look at that. Look at those level 1s. Get out of here. Get your level 1 and 3 wishes out of here. I can still fight. Shouldn't have said that out loud. And here's Gula. Now, Gula is a whole nother story. My God, we streamed for quite a while. And Gula is a whole nother story. But I'm going to be making guides for them regardless because I know how they all work. I'm going to help you guys with that. So look forward to that. And I also beat Ava. Ava's pretty straightforward as well, too. It's the other 3 guys, Ira, Gula, and Autie, that are pretty much the big bullies of this foreteller set. But that's it for this, guys. I did stream today 5 hours over on twitch.tv/SmellyOctopus. We talked about a lot of setups. We went through a lot of fights. We did a lot of proud mode to upgrade Keyblades. We went through a lot of things to try to beat this. Again, it's permanent. Do not use jewels. Go through the resources you have in the game. Chippendales, magic mirrors, Mickey and brooms, whatever you guys want to do. You don't know. And gems to upgrade your Keyblades. That's totally fine. But jewels, keep those safe. This is not worth the jewels, guys. But that's everything. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll smell you later.